Hi there, this is Penelope. This is a very basic video on using Excel and using the function that is inherent in the Excel program. Suppose we want to add some numbers. We're just going to use some simple numbers here because I don't want to be here to make this a very long video. So just say we've got 3, 4, 5. Just give you a couple of ways that you can add that. If you're going to use the mathematical brain of Excel, you need to call that up by using an equal sign. So then we're going to highlight the 3, then hit plus, highlight the 4, hit plus, highlight the 5, and then go enter, and the answer should be 12. Yes. If you want to use one of the functions that is within Excel, think of the word that you might use to describe what you want to do. You want to sum these three numbers. So, okay, let's start typing sum, S-U, there it is there, third one from the top. Click on that, double click on that. Then either write the addresses, which would be C2 colon C4, and then close your brackets, whoops, daisy, C4, close your brackets, enter, and we've got 12 as well. Or we could have done the same thing by highlighting what we wanted to add and get the same answer. We can use it to find the statistical functions. Right, let's find the average. Start typing. There it is there. And again, either type the address or highlight them. Oops, not the 12. And standard deviation. Okay, of a population, let's call this a population. And highlight. And there we are there. So you can use all sorts of things. You can use it to find the square root of, right, so SQ, here we are, square root. And let's take the square root of 12. Close our brackets, enter, and there's the square root of 12. Now if you want to do something a little bit more complicated, you can call up the formulas tab, and that gives you the whole range of formulas that you might want to use there. You're probably going to be looking up the math and trig ones more often. So there we are, there is some. Now just be aware that if you're using the trig ones, the number is in radian, your number that you need to find the cos of or whatever needs to be in radian. So maybe we need to find the cos of, say, let's change that to 3.14. Now you know what the cos of that is, that's pi. So let's go, okay, and it should be -1, and it is. So the cos of pi is -1. So let's see if you can actually do that. And pi is there. Oops, daisy. Close the brackets, let's see what this does. No, can't do that. Okay, so if you're going to use the trig functions, then you need you need your angles to be in radians, otherwise it doesn't work. So all sorts of functions there. You can find arc sine. Arc sine, remember, is the sine inverse. That's just another word for it. Right down, you can find products. You can find, if you're doing matrices, if this is not the foundation program, you can use matrices. And then you get into the logic statements like SUMIF, roundup, generating random numbers, all sorts of things. It's a very, very clever program, though probably you won't use it for a great deal of that. Data you can use to show graphs. You can insert a graph. There, I haven't got any data. Now I have. If I wanted to draw a line graph, for example, I would choose what I wanted to draw, column graph, pie chart, all sorts of things. Then I can use Excel. It's wonderful, but that's just a taste.